Well, we have reached the end of the semester. I know for other students it's not the end of the program, but for me it is. And I just want to say that this class has taught me a lot when it comes to student affairs. It is a field in higher education that I do wish to be a part of. And in the current moment, I have applied to a couple of jobs. That way I can be better prepared for this upcoming year. And I understand that the process does take a while. And I am hopeful that, sometime soon I will get responses back from these jobs. And I just want to say that I still remember the day that I got accepted into Pepperdine, and a part of me was really fulfilled about that. Being, a first gen Latino student with a very low income household, coming from a very low income household, something like this was probably unheard of. And for me, it really was, as none of my family members were ever involved with college, especially with a school like Pepperdine. So this was a true dream come true. As I, continue to apply for jobs, I now think about what kind of leader I want to be. And, from this class, I've learned that, incorporating care ethics into my leadership style is very important for me. Being a leader that, others can kind of depend on and, connect with is very important for me to, get a good team going. I also think that, oof, sorry, I forgot what I wrote. Um, some of my goals here as a student affairs leader is also to kind of just promote, equity, inclusion, transparency as well. I believe that, as a leader, I wouldn't want to change anything too drastic, but I do want to follow the institution's mission and values as well and incorporate them into my job. But with that being said, I think some of my key values would be empathy, curiosity, and self-development. Curiosity is one of the new ones that I've kind of came across. And that new value for me came from a quote from a TV show called Ted Lasso. Um, that really, just kind of made me feel that it was very true. And the quote was, "Be curious, not judgmental." And as a leader, I need to remember that every student here that's going to come across, my path is very unique and has different sets of circumstances. And I have to constantly remind myself that, everybody is different. And with that being said, I think that even now, although I have these sets of values, I think that as time goes on, I'm going to continue to adapt and change, and just grow as an individual and as a leader and gain more experience and hopefully make positive impacts in higher education or wherever I'm going to work. But I do plan to be, you know, an exemplary leader, and I hope to credit, you know, everything I've learned from this program, from the professors, and attribute my success to them. And yeah, thank you.